Do you want to quit smoking and recover your health? Are you wondering about what happens to your body when you stop smoking? Many fear it will take a long time to see improvements in health and well-being, but the timeline for seeing real benefits is faster than most people realize. Health benefits begin in as little as an hour after the last cigarette and continue to improve. If you've been smoking for a while, you might wonder if quitting's even worth it. Maybe the cravings and nicotine withdrawal just turn you off from the whole idea. You wonder, the damage is done, so does it really make a difference? Absolutely. Your body has an amazing ability to heal itself, and it happens quicker than you think, less than half an hour after you put out that last cigarette. And keep in mind, you're more likely to succeed if you have a plan to handle those cravings, especially in the first few weeks. Here are some key points about smoking cessation. Quitting smoking means breaking the cycle of addiction and essentially rewiring the brain to stop craving nicotine. To be successful, smokers that want to quit need to have a plan in place to beat cravings and triggers. The benefits of quitting smoking begin as little as 1 hour after the last cigarette. The sooner a smoker quits, the faster they will reduce the risk of cancer, heart and lung disease, and other conditions relating to smoking. The benefits are almost instant. As soon as a person stops smoking, their body begins to recover in the following ways. After 20 minutes. Within half an hour of your last cigarette, your heart rate and blood pressure typically drop to normal levels. That's good, because high blood pressure is known as the silent killer for its dangerous effects that often have no symptoms. These include heart attack, stroke, loss of vision, and more. A pulse that's too fast is harder on your heart. It can cause tiredness, dizziness, chest pain, and breathing problems. After 12 hours. Cigarettes contain a lot of known toxins, including carbon monoxide, a gas present in cigarette smoke. This gas can be harmful or fatal in high doses and prevents oxygen from entering the lungs and blood. When inhaled in large doses in a short time, suffocation can occur from lack of oxygen. After just 12 hours without a cigarette, the body cleanses itself of the excess carbon monoxide from the cigarettes. The carbon monoxide level returns to normal, increasing the body's oxygen levels. After 1 day. Just 1 day after quitting smoking, the risk of heart attack begins to decrease. Smoking raises the risk of developing coronary heart disease by lowering good cholesterol, which makes heart-healthy exercise harder to do. Smoking also raises blood pressure and increases blood clots, increasing the risk of stroke. In as little as 1 day after quitting smoking, a person's blood pressure begins to drop, decreasing the risk of heart disease and smoking-induced high blood pressure. In this short time, a person's oxygen levels will have risen, making physical activity and exercise easier to do, promoting heart-healthy habits. After 48 hours. With 2 days down, treat yourself to something tasty. By this point, your senses of taste and smell get sharper as your nerve endings start to heal. Your body's also busy with a lot of cleanups. Your lungs kick out mucus and other gunk left from cigarettes, and you don't have any more nicotine in your body. This is also about the time when the toughest withdrawal symptoms show up. You might feel anxious, dizzy, hungry, or tired. You might get headaches or feel bored or depressed. It's normal, but it also makes it a lot harder to keep from lighting up. Stick to your plan. Go to a movie or a store where you can't smoke. Lean on your support network, whether it's friends or family who are rooting for you, an app, or a free call with a quitting hotline, like the National Cancer Institute's Quit Line. If you have asthma, your symptoms may get worse around this time. That can be confusing, but it's part of the process and won't last much longer. You'll likely see improvement by day 3. You can talk to your doctor about how to keep your symptoms in check. After 3 days. 3 days after quitting smoking, the nicotine levels in a person's body are depleted. While it is healthier to have no nicotine in the body, this initial depletion can cause nicotine withdrawal. Around 3 days after quitting, most people will experience moodiness and irritability, severe headaches and cravings as the body readjusts. After 1 month. In as little as 1 month, a person's lung function begins to improve. As the lungs heal and lung capacity improves, former smokers may notice less coughing and shortness of breath. Athletic endurance increases, and former smokers may notice a renewed ability for cardiovascular activities such as running and jumping. After 2 weeks to 3 months. During this time, you make huge strides. You can do more because your lungs are stronger and clearer, and your blood flow has improved. You can exercise without getting as winded, and your risk of heart attack goes down even more. You've also made it through the hardest part of withdrawal. Even so, you'll probably still get cravings. Everyone has different triggers for wanting to smoke. You can't stop all of them, but you can stick to your plan. Ask for help if you need it. Think about the money you're saving, or try 10 deep breaths, nice and slow. After 9 months. 9 months after quitting, the lungs have significantly healed themselves. The delicate hair-like structures inside the lungs, known as cilia, have recovered from the toll cigarette smoke took on them. These structures help push mucus out of the lungs and help fight infections. Around this time, many former smokers notice a decrease in the frequency of lung infections because the healed cilia can do their job more easily. After 1 year? 1 year after quitting smoking, a person's risk for coronary heart disease decreases by half. This risk will continue to drop past the 1 year mark. After 5 years, cigarettes contain many known toxins that cause the arteries and blood vessels to narrow. These same toxins also increase the likelihood of developing blood clots. After 5 years without smoking, the body has healed itself enough for the arteries and blood vessels to begin to widen again. This widening means the blood is less likely to clot, lowering the risk of stroke. The risk of stroke will continue to reduce over the next 10 years as the body heals more and more. After 10 years. After 10 years, a person's chances of developing lung cancer and dying from it are roughly cut in half compared with someone who continues to smoke. The likelihood of developing mouth, throat, or pancreatic cancer has significantly reduced. After 15 years. Finally, after 15 years of not smoking, the chances that you'll get heart disease are the same as if you'd never smoked. Your body has done a ton of recovery and healing. When you start out, it seems like a long road. But at 15 years, the headaches and discomfort of those first few weeks are a hazy memory. They can seem unbearable at the time, but you can get through it. The rewards are very real and clear. After 20 years? After 20 years, the risk of death from smoking-related causes, including both lung disease and cancer, drops to the level of a person who has never smoked in their life. Also, the risk of developing pancreatic cancer has been reduced to that of someone who has never smoked. Benefits. Smoking is a harmful habit that can lead to severe health complications and death. When a person quits smoking, the body will start to naturally heal and regain the vitality of a non-smoker over time. Some effects, such as lowered blood pressure, are seen almost immediately. Other effects, such as risks of developing lung cancer, heart disease, and lung disease, take years to drop down to the levels of a non-smoker. However, each year of not smoking decreases the risks and improves overall health, making quitting smoking an excellent choice for anyone who started the habit.